All right, so let's explore funnels for a little bit inside of Go High Level. I know that there's a lot of confusion around what a funnel is and why should someone create a website versus a funnel. And in today's video, I want to kind of walk you through some of the differences, and then let's explore a few things you can do with a funnel and a few things you cannot do with a funnel, and certain things you can do with a website that you cannot do with a funnel. All right. So, first and foremost, within Go High Level, you can do both, right? So you can create funnels, and you could also create a website. Now, the purpose of a funnel is to essentially kind of guide someone towards a particular outcome. Like there's a certain set of activities you really want them to do. You really don't want them to explore too much. You don't want them to navigate too much. You want them to do something specific. If they hit a page, this page may look like a website, but you'll notice with most funnels that um, it's still trying to drive you to do one particular thing. With a website, there could be a number of things that you can do. You could explore, you can click around, you can contact, you can schedule, you can download something, you can read a blog post. There's a lot of stuff you can do with a website. All right. So today, of course, we're going to pay a closer attention, a closer focus on funnels. Now, within Go High Level, I'm going to click on New Funnel here. Now, you do have a couple options. You can start from scratch. You can build with AI inside of Go High Level, and you could also start from a template. All right. Now, if you're just starting out here, I'm not going to encourage you to start from scratch because that's going to be pretty. It's going to be a lot of work. All right. Now, I will say this before we continue. If you at any point need any help with this, right? If you say, hey, I really want some support with implementation here, in the description, there's going to be a link for you to set up some time for us to connect so that I can see if I can be a resource to you. There are a lot of businesses that I just like, I get them launched, right? Like I set them up with an initial set of funnels. I teach them how to actually make changes. And then I walk them through what the process would look like to say, hey, this is what success looks like with this particular funnel with their business. All right. So if you need some help, there's a link inside of the description. If you do not want my help, here's another thing, right? There's one audience of business owners, they want support. If you do not want like my help per se, like you don't want to talk to me, but you want access to some deeper guidance, there's also a link for you to join the community so you can go through some of those pre-recorded workshops. All right. So, and by the way, like and subscribe. Definitely need some likes and subscriptions on this particular channel because I'm new here. All right, not new within this space, but I'm new on the YouTube scene with doing these tutorials. So let's start from a template. All right, so let's hit continue. Now there are a ton of initial templates that you can start from within Go High Level. Normally, when you get to the screen, there's like some recently added ones. So Go High Level, they're always uploading new and fresh like templates and funnels. A lot of them are going to share a lot of the same like visual components, right? Because for the most part, there's not going to be something crazy that you're thinking about that hasn't been done before, right? So as you can see, the format of most of these, one of these here is a for life coverage, like if you're an insurance agent, defense attorney, HVAC repair. Let's go to see all. Let's explore some of the other ones too. We got medical solution. If you're selling a particular web platform, like a web app or something, interior designer, accounting management. So there's a ton of templates here. Um, so let's jump into one of these just to kick this off. Let's say you are in I'll just choose this one, medical solution. So before you even select one, you can hit preview and you could see um, what the actual initial template looks like. Now, here's one bit of feedback that um, I would personally give with regards to the platform itself. Now, this is outside of my control. I love Go High Level, but when it comes to loading a template, I think that when it comes to previewing it, I think it would be cool for Go High Level to implement a preview that not only incorporates the template for the landing page, but also for the actual funnel. All right, so I'll show you what I mean by that here in a second. So let's hit choose. We're going to choose this. We're going to load this particular template. All right. I'm going to take a sip. Please do not listen to me swallow. Wow. Mm. All right. I tried to mute it before I swallowed, but I don't think I got it. All right, sweet. So now again, we have the landing page loaded here, right? So as I scroll down, I mean, the first big thing that you'll notice is that everything is drag and drop, right? Like you can click anywhere and just start editing that particular part. In the past, when it came to landing pages and stuff, like you needed to know how to code to be able to edit landing pages, but now a lot of the stuff is way easier. So you don't need to be a super web design genius to edit landing pages now. Um, the big thing here is just the content, right? So even when you have a thought around what type of landing page you want to create, you can leverage AI to be able to like support you in what to actually put on these pages, right? So everything is drag and drop. But again, you'll notice the aim here is to do something specific. Get your N25 mask now. Get your N25 mask now. Get your N25 mask now, right? Like there's not like a check out the blog. Click here to go to our social media. Well, even though some landing pages do have social media links, right? Now, I'm gonna hit back just so you can see another element to these funnels, right? So notice what we were just in. That was your landing page, right? So this is the page that people are going to land on. So you might be on social media and you might make a post and you might say, hey, like if you want to check out A, B, and C, if you want to try all of this, or if you want to try all of that, go here. What you're driving them to is a landing page. All right. Now, in this, after they take action, you want to move them to something else. You want to move them to the next step of your funnel. So here, the first um, page of this funnel is an opt-in page. All right. Now, if somebody says, "Hey, I want to get that N95 mask with 70% off," once they click the button, or if they even navigate to a certain corner of the screen, it's going to take them to an order page. So the first thing that is going to happen, they're going to opt in, right? So they're going to give you their information, and then after they submit, then it's going to take them to an order page. Now, what I just said here was I don't want to minimize this because I feel like this is extremely important here. Okay. If someone's on this page, right, you don't want them to have to pay in order for you to know who these people are. You want to be able to get their information even prior to them paying, right? So again, this might sound weird, but the purpose of this is because if 5,000 people hit this page, right, hear me out closely. If 5,000 people hit this page and only 100 of them buy, but 500, 600 of them wanted to, you will have no idea who the other 500 people are unless they bought. If this is just a straight like buy or don't buy type of page. But the aim here is to get them to opt in, right? So when they click on this button, they're gonna essentially sign up. All right, so I probably should have configured this before, but this would ultimately be a form. I mean, all right. So you're gonna get an opt-in form. I'll re-record this again and make that look good. But overall, that is a form that's going to pop up, and it's just going to collect their name, email, maybe their phone number. All right. Now the second step to this is to drive them to the actual order page. After they give you a little bit of their information, you're going to drive them here, and you're going to pre-fill some of this information into this order page. Now, this is the big thing here. And again, I feel like I really need to dive into this a little bit more, but before you start moving through these steps to get their credit card information and stuff, you at least captured who they are. All right. You at least captured your information. You identified them before they got here. Step one, get their name, email, phone number. Then boom. Step two is, hey, let's get into this process of actually ordering. Okay. And again, in the description, there is a link for us to connect so that you can learn a little bit more about this. And I could, really make sure that what it is that you're trying to do, all of this stuff aligns, right? Now, after someone gets to this page and they say, oh, okay, yeah, let me give you my credit card information and let me order. The next part of this particular funnel is a potential upsell. Okay. Let's say the N95 mask was, your product, let's say it was $50. You might want to present them with an opportunity to get, um, maybe a bundle or maybe to get something a little bit more. So you want to present them with an upsell. Now, I'm going to click here to view the page. The cool part about this is that you already got you already got their credit card information. You already got their credit card information or their debit card information. So that sale is already final. They hit submit. Now this is an opportunity for them to upgrade that offer. So you're already going to get that initial payment. All right. If they click, yes, I want this, then it's going to add this to their order. If they click on no thanks, I don't like discounts, then we're just moving on with what they already ordered. Okay. So this is an upsell opportunity. Now, within this particular funnel, this one also has a downsell, right? So if somebody declines your upsell, you have the opportunity to present them with a final like, hey, oh, okay, you didn't want the upsell. What about this? You didn't want the bundle of 4. Okay. What about the bundle of 2? Here's a 50% off the bundle of 2. So you can provide a downsell. Now, let me make myself big here for a moment because I want to make myself clear here. There are some tactics in certain industries where this worked very well years ago, right? This worked very well years ago. Now, I believe that there are some cases where if you start presenting too many upsells and too many downsells, that people get it sort of tarnishes your brand a little bit. Okay, so you got to be very careful. I would really recommend doing some testing so that you don't end up, coming off, very markety. Okay, I don't even know if market is a word, but I don't know either way. So you presented them with an upsell, you presented them with a downsell, and then you are now sending them to a thank you page. Hey, orders confirmed. This is what's going to happen next, right? So again, this is just a very simple funnel. 5 steps. The first step, they opted in. You want to know who these people are. Second step, you drive them to an order page. Third, you upsell. Fourth, you downsell. Fifth, you think. So again, this is a set of steps that you're incorporating inside of a funnel. This is something that you would typically run ads to. Now, here's the thing, right? When you run ads to something like this, what you're essentially doing is you are optimizing your return on ad spend because you're capturing these individuals as leads. The worst thing you can do as a business owner is to drive people from an ad to a page that has a pretty high barrier to convert, and you realize that you're spending all this money, but you don't understand who these people are. Okay, you want to figure out who these people are. Now, on various social media platforms, you can run like retargeting campaigns. So whoever clicked through, you can kind of retarget them. But these people are still pseudo anonymous to you. You want to identify who these people are so you can, one, continue to prospect them, but two, you can probably directly engage them via email, via text, via phone call. So you want to get them to opt in. All right. You really want to get them to opt in. So within any funnel, you can associate different products. You could also associate this with different, subdomain names. You could run different variation testing within GoHighLevel. There's a lot that you can do. All right. But again, the last thing that I would want to do here is to kind of overwhelm you, right? I would love for you to really grasp the foundation of this so that you at least know what to do with this. All right. So what the offer that I'd like to make for you, for one, if you want to have a discussion, there's a link down in the comments. Two, would love for you to subscribe and like this video so that I can at least know that this is valuable to you. But the third thing here is that if you would like access to just a free framework on where you should start with creating funnels, there's also a link here for a free access to a Notion page. This page is essentially just sort of like an ebook, like a workbook, where you can kind of work through. You can go through and see, okay, well, when it comes to funnels, this is what I should sort of think about. If I'm in this type, if I have this type of business, these are the type of funnels I may want to start thinking about. All right. If you have any questions about this stuff, as always, hit me up. But again, like, subscribe, Hit me up if you have any questions, and I definitely look forward to supporting you in growing your business using a platform like this. Also too, if you want a free trial, if you want a free trial for 30 days, hit me up as well. There's two different ways for you to get a trial of this software. First way is for you to go directly through my Amplified OS platform. It is still Go High Level, but you get what you need as a business owner. If you want to go directly through Go High Level, you can as well, but you're going to be paying a little bit more. And so a lot of folks typically opt into just getting the one instance that they need. All right. So if you have any questions about this stuff, hit me up. All right. Peace.